they fuck a whole bunch of shit ass men, all right, and they have all these different babies, and then when they finally get a guy that actually want to be with them, they don't know how to act.
They don't know how to do it.
They don't appreciate it. The whole stepfather thing. You know, I heard Capo said it once, man. It's a thankless position. It really is, man. You can put all because the woman screaming they want a man, all right. But then when you do it, but then when you go chastise and straighten up her children, she defends them.
Hey, I did.
She defends them, all right. And I mean, it's just a never-ending negative.
They want you to pay for them.
And they want you to pay for them.
But don't discipline them. You can't. And it's my son. It's my daughter. That's my first so-called wife. That American so-called wife. She had a son, and Xavier. I remember that shit. And if I need to go feed him and give him this and take care of this, that was all good. As soon as he was doing some ratchet ass shit, and I'm like, oh no, that when discipline, it's my son. So what the fuck is it?
Hey,
what am I doing? I'm spending my time and my money on this motherfucker. That's not my son. Fuck him.
Hey, that's not. It's like with my wife. That's why it's kind of distant between me and her daughter. For the simple fact, when I come down on, she don't like the way I'm raising. But I say, look at my daughters and look at your daughter. I say, your daughter is more in order than my own daughter's is. That's because your daughter is under me. I say, if your daughter was under somebody else, she'd be a fucking wild animal. I say, but you mad at me, but she more in order than my own goddamn daughters.
Who live with their mama.
Who live with their fucking mama. You know what I'm saying?
And you ill, and you side-tracking us over your daughters and how they mouth and shit, and then the one that you over in your house is in order.
And then I don't really, you know, because as soon as that chastisement come around, are you too rough, are you too this? And you know, even when it came to with my shot, I had to sit him down. Like, you see, I deal with all my kids the same way. Like, ain't no motherfucking big eyes, no little you.
Just like that you too rough. This is what they're looking at,
right,
according to the righteousness of the Most High God. They said, no, it's too, like I was saying, they'd rather be free to die as opposed to being in bond to life. You know what I'm saying? You have to follow.
The scriptures also talk about it's a chastism oftentimes. All right, so you can, and they also tell you, laugh not with your son in his youth, so you can have joy in him later. You know, these motherfuckers don't understand discipline, man. When we was growing up, hey, look, I got kicked out the crib, man. 15 years old, man. At age, hey, look, figure this shit out. You don't want to listen? Figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, hey, just like the Lord. Hey, you didn't want to serve the Lord got rid of you niggas. Now the Lord only dealing with the ones who want to deal, man. His elect, man.
For the blessing of the Father established the house of children.
Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, God, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a response lesson. I was watching this video from the brothers out of Chicago, man. My home. You know, I love these brothers, man. Very, very beautiful, humble brothers, man. Grew up swinging the sword with them, learned a lot from them. But brother Benji, or the Saint Benji, the brother to my right here, read the scripture in Sirach, the 3rd chapter, about the blessing of the father that established the households, okay? And I kind of want to get into that because, like the brothers were going into, they was going into basically how out of order the society is based on feminism, and that's the spirit because, you know, Jake has been getting on the women and feminism and, you know, the Momo agenda and all sorts of wickedness. You know, we've been getting on it for quite some time now because the Most High is getting ready to manifest everything in the light. So basically the brothers, man, was making good comments about the whole stepfather thing and about how, you know, the curse of the mother rooted out foundations because women are led generally off emotion and not rationalizing things, man. Okay, women cannot compartmentalize for shit. All right, because for one thing, the scriptures say that the Most High have deprived her of wisdom and understanding. So with that being said, women today, they have no particular wisdom as far as raising households or establishing families outside of what they've been taught by their mothers or their fathers or feminism or the public food system or TV or whatever. Because like the brother was saying, man, I mean, he said that he got kicked out the crib at the age of 15. And a lot of us can attest to that because, hey, a lot of us were hard-headed, we were stiff-necked. And a lot of us grew up in single-parent homes. So you only had that one-sided discipline, okay, from your mother, which is pure emotion, okay? But when the father's in the house and he's somewhat a man, okay, he lays down the law or the dominance. But see, nowadays, you're not able to lay that down because you're called too aggressive, you're called traumatizing, okay? You're called too combative, okay? You're loud, you're you know, just being a man. Basically, being a fucking man in the society is a goddamn sin, man. Okay, you can't raise your voice, you can't speak your mind, you can't discipline the kids, you can't put your woman in order, you know. And like the brother was saying, the whole thing of stepdaddy, that shit is fruitless, man. Because you got to understand, when you're trying to take on another man's seed and raise them up as your own, all the time there's going to come with repercussions. Because for one thing, the kid, they're not going to respect the fact that you're not their father. Okay, well, maybe when they're younger, you know, they may have some type of attachment, but as they get older, they get into their own ways, they get into their own mindset, okay, and then they're influenced by outside forces. So sooner than later, you just gonna be another nigga that was just fucking my mama, okay? And don't get into it with her, because now you're gonna be traumatizing, you know? Like, I went through a situation similar to what the brother was describing, the elder brother Uriah. You know, he was doing for his first wife, he was doing something for the kid, but when it came to lay the law down, then all of a sudden, you know, he's wrong. And I dealt with a situation similar to that, not getting too personal, because I mean, it's common, you know. Well, I called her my wife then, you know, was really into her, you know, really loved her and cared about her, you know, because, you know, you just see things in people, you know, and you form a bond. And, you know, she had a daughter the same age as my kid. Now, my kid lives in a different state. My kid is back in Chicago, so you know how that works. And when I seen her daughter, it kind of put me in the mindset of my kid. They're around the same age. And, you know, growing up with me, she pretty much grew up with me for the last 6 years of my life. You know, I taught her shit, taught her how to swim, I bought her things, bought her supplies for school, and so forth like that. But me and the mother relationship was pretty toxic to a degree, because she wasn't able to how can I say it? She wasn't able to compartmentalize the order I was trying to put down and establish in our bonding we had. Okay, it got to the point that she got so rebellious and so disrespectful to the point it started to anger me, and we started to have a lot of problems. Okay, and I was trying to put in order, you know, and we have a lot of arguments and stuff with tussle here and there. You know, nothing outside of any ordinary couple, wasn't anything crazy like that, but it was over exaggerated like it was. So fast forward years down the line, now the daughter is allegedly traumatized from the shit we went through, which is bullshit, because the scriptures tell you, you know, rebuke them before all so they may fear. Okay, because when you raise up a child, okay, and you have alt with the parent, the child is supposed to witness the disciplinary action that you put down in a house, so the child will know not to make those mistakes for future endeavors. That's how a father rules his household. But that shit backfires today, okay, because now, said and done, I'm gonna be the problem as to why people have issues in life over over some arguments and tussling here and there, you know what I'm saying, punk ass cuss words and all the other shit. No matter how disrespectful the wife was, I'm gonna be the one that held at fault. Okay, so long story short, all the good that you've done in this child's life is gonna go out the window. She's not gonna remember when you taught her to jump in 15 feet of water to save her life. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna remember when you took her on trips, or she's not gonna remember when you did things as a so-called family. And a stepdaddy thing, this shit is really off, technically speaking, because if you take on another man's seed, technically, I mean, usually in the ancient world that happened, usually the man was dead. Okay, you know, he dead, then you know, she remarried, whatever. But see, this society is out of order. They teach that it's a noble thing to take care of another man's kid. Okay, and really that's a disgrace to you, because as a man you need honor. Okay, and you have to put your seed into the world to spew your name, okay, to carry your traits. Okay, it's kind of a shameful thing to raise up another man's legacy, you know, but it happens. Okay, and there are exceptions to the rule, but overall it's fruitless. Okay, because the society is out of order. Feminism, entitlement, you see, and a lot of times our women, they don't really understand that. So the woman basically I was dealing with at the time, my wife at the time, she didn't understand the whole concept of order, man. Okay, she thought it was controlling and all this other shit, but the whole point about it is because she had an ulterior motive. Okay, she wanted the commandments of this world. She wanted the this particular life. She wanted this and that. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't understand the truth of Yahweh about Shem Shai. Now this fucking guy here, man. Right when I do a lesson, now he's gonna come. But anyway, so long story short, man, you know, this is the reason why we need Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, so this is the book of Proverbs 22:6. It says here, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Okay, and this means building up the kids in the law, statutes, and commandments. Hold on 1 second, brothers. Give me 1 second.
Is that all you have, is the 2 cones?
Yeah. Yep, so it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And this is the reason why we try to push the law, because, you know, when dealing with her, when I was trying to establish order in the house, and it was one time that I said something to try to discipline our daughter, that shit went left, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, wait a minute, you claim you want a father figure for this kid because you know you badmouth the father. You say he ain't shit because he's not around, okay? Which is always 2 sides to the story. Neither here nor there. You know, technically, not gonna put that out there. That's really not important. But you can figure it out. But point about it is, when I was trying to put down a law, then all of a sudden it was a problem. So when I started to detach myself from the situation, I mean, from being overly assertive in the kid's life, then all of a sudden it just, oh, you know, you're distant, you're this. I feel disconnected from you. But I'm like, wait a minute. When I was trying to bring us all up under one unit, you wasn't agreeing with that, you know. And then, you know, when we didn't cohabitate with each other, she didn't understand why I didn't want to cohabitate. You know, it's not that I didn't want to, but it's just the simple fact that it was damn near impossible to cohabitate with a person that have a perverse mindset to what you're trying to establish. Because I'm like, you can't even respect order when we stand in 2 different places. How the hell you gonna respect me under one roof? It's gonna be a fucking a shit show. So I had to put all that into perspective, and she got offended, you know. And as I got stronger in her truth, she got even more offended, and then she just became a flat out fucking demon, you know. So long story short, trying to bring up a kid in the law, statutes, and commandments, man, that's not yours, it's kind of hard to do that. But nonetheless, we supposed to still try to teach the kids, you know, the scriptures, man, of Yahweh Shem Shai. But this society, they don't push that. Okay, they tell the kid to go to school, go to college, be a career woman, be a career man, you know, get married, you know, X, Y, and Z. Okay, and they want to do it according to the laws of this world, but not according to the scriptures. Okay, because the Most High is averse to this world. Okay, this world is perverse to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay, so I gotta go, man. Shit, these guys coming up here finally, but I got a couple more precepts here, and I just wanted to speak on it because the brothers are making excellent points, and brothers can attest to it. Just using, you know, my example for my story for an example. You know, just nothing too personal, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was really into the chick, but she would never know that because she was blind by her own jealousy, you know. But that's neither here nor there. But it happens, okay? So this is the book of Ecclesiastes 1:3, Sirach 3, and 1. It says, "Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe." Okay? It says here that you may be safe. Hear me, your father, okay? Because the father established the households. When you are under the tutelage of the father, okay, that's following Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, and you take out feminism, then you can raise up a perfect unity. Okay, everything could be in one accord. But when you want to live by the scriptures and you have other individuals that want to live by Esau's standard, it becomes counterproductive. Then the detachment comes, then the resentment comes, then the separations come, then the suspicions come, then the adultery comes, then the arguing comes, and the fighting comes, then the disrespect comes. You see, because the scriptures say, "Can 2 walk together lest they be agreed?" See, but the woman, they don't understand that because they lean on their own understanding. Okay, and they don't want to follow the tutelage of the men of the Lord. This is the reason why this place is a goddamn shit show. The reason why you have 75% divorce rates. The reason why you have single parent homes. The reason why mothers are running a house by themselves because, hey, they refuse to accept correction, man. Okay? And it says, "For the Lord have given the father honor over the children," man. Okay? And that's the point. And it says, "And have confirmed the authority over the mothers over the sons." Okay? Because the mother is the first teacher. Okay? But ultimately, she's supposed to teach on your vibration. You know, like, I established dietary laws in the house, okay? They stopped eating pork, they stopped eating catfish, they stopped eating shrimp and stuff like that, you know, had a particular regimen, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just try to do things in order, cleaned up the diet. You know, when we traveled together. You know, we did things as normal people do. You know what I'm saying? But eventually it got out of line, and I stopped pretty much putting my emphasis in it because I didn't see no profit in it on my behalf of it. It's just like, I'm not gonna do nothing but fuck myself over and piss myself off and offend everybody over here. So when she was disciplining her child, a lot of times I just stayed out of it, man, and I basically proved the point. I'm like, watch how you discipline your kid, how it's gonna backfire. But me disciplining her, I guarantee you it will work. Because even to this day, she's still able to talk to me about things she's not able to speak to her mother about. No matter how much bullshit the mother or the grandmother put in a child's head, the fact that kids, they can respect male authority because they know there's no guy over there. You know what I'm saying? But I watched her mom fuck up and drop the ball, like women typically do. You know, my mother dropped the ball with me, with us. You know, and it happens because there's no order. But you notice when a woman rules the house, they lead by emotions. Then the kid, they start getting into all types of wickedness. Their minds change. They want to experiment here. They want to experiment there. But see, what happened was all that shit that the kid was going through, eventually they gonna backfire and blame me and say, well, because we went through X, Y, and Z. We ain't done nothing no other couple ain't do. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't around trying to kill each other. Nothing like that. But, you know, we had arguments like other couples. You know, and if that's traumatizing, then, hey, then I guess it is. Because out of all the shit that's going on in the world, you got the LGBT, you got all this madness out here. But yet, me trying to be a man and put my family in order has been a problem. Okay, but going to school, looking at kids fondling to each other in the bathroom, girl on girl, that's not an issue. You see, but the way that the parents or the mother raised the children, they fall victim to that because feminism. All right, and it says here, whose honor his father maketh atonement for his sins. And it says, and he that honor his mother is one that laid up treasure. But whosoever his father should have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer, he should be heard. His own children, okay? She was not my child, okay? Now, I treated her like she was in the beginning, but she was not my child. Overall, she wasn't, okay? My child doesn't stay with me, unfortunately, you know? But, Lord's will, everything works itself out. But it says here, he that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient to the Lord should be a comforter to his mother, right? Because it's about the father, man. And it says, he that feared the Lord will honor his father, and will do service unto his parent as to his masters. But honor thy father and thy mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon them. For the blessing of the father established the houses of children, but the curse of the mothers rooted out foundations, man. Okay, and that's the point. The curse of the mother, feminism, okay? Being broken, being bitter, you know? Push your man away, you get you a good man and you run him off because you don't know how to behave. Then all of a sudden now you bitter and blaming the man. Oh, nah, nigga, you ain't shit. You abusive. I can't tolerate you. You want to control me. You don't trust me. All this dumb shit, man. But they're not looking at their fucking behaviors, man. That's what started all this shit. You know? That's why it says the blessing of the fathers established the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooted out foundations. So glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father dishonors no glory unto thee. Like I was talking to my mother a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, well, yeah, you know, your sister is mad at her father. I'm like, what the fuck she mad at him for? I'm like, she should be mad at you. You the one that sit up. And that's one thing about women. They always like to fucking throw a rock in a glass house and hide their hand. Here they create all this destruction and confusion by being wicked, but all of a sudden the father's the fucking blame. Why she mad at her father for? Because he wasn't around like that. But he was around when he needed to be. But my mother was so damn wicked and goddamn combative, he probably didn't want to be around. You think she's gonna take credit for that? No. But my sister, 41-year-old woman, mad at her fucking father, going to therapy and shit, man. Like, you people are fucking off. Oh, I'm mad at my father. You know what I'm saying? It's always the father's fault because nobody wants to deal with the folly of the mother. You know? It says, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. Okay? For the glory of a man is the honor of his father, right? And the mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children, man. That's the reason why these kids are all fucked up, man. All off, all discombobulated, getting into all sorts of wickedness, man, shooting and killing. Okay? Because there's no order, man. Okay? One more precept here. And on top of that, you women, you love Esau. All right? Isaiah 3:12, it says, as for my people, children are the oppressors. That's doublefold. Esau is the child, and also these kids. Children are the oppressors, because literally, you a stepfather, you under bondage, man. Because for one thing, you a man, they supposed to fall under your vibration. But if a woman has a kid by another man outside of you, remember, you would never be first on that woman's plate. Okay? You would never be her top priority, as you should be. So when you don't make her your top priority and you focus on other things, then you're a demon, you're a bad guy, you're a hypocrite, you're a snake, okay? You're a fucking con artist, you all this shit. Because and which she should make her kid her top priority, because that's just what it is. But overall, we don't have to come under that obligation. Our obligation is to Yahweh Shem Shai. But it's a problem because it's hypocrisy, man. It's a double standard. That's why a lot of these women gonna get judged, man. And it says, and women rule over them, and oh, my people, which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths, man. Okay, so women being in power is not profitable to anybody, not even themselves. All right, so anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and Baba Ball.